for you, but consider this. Maybe 15, 20 minutes. I will try to keep this short as possible. Mm. The salsa with the lemon in is pretty good. Mm. I've been losing my voice today, yelling, screaming, mm. doing a lot of different things. But for the most part, just checking in with you folks, hoping everybody is good. You know, hopefully everybody's safe. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Shout out to all those folks at YouTubery that was doing it real big, that was doing it real nice. You know, I like to see the live streams and stuff that you did. That was cool. Wish I could have been there myself, but I had a lot of other things going on myself. So it is what it is. If I was invited, like I don't see why I wouldn't be. But that's another story. I digress. Shout out to those folks out there in YouTubery doing that, and shout out to everybody else. That's out there just living life. Being who they are. I'm just checking in with you folks, seeing how people's weekends was, and if there's any plans for the weeks, or like, is folks excited about this spring weather? Finally, we have some spring weather that we can look forward to. Cheers to the spring for finally showing up. We thought it would take summertime, but it kind of did have to take the June to show up. Mm, I'm just saying. Mm, as that lemon water tastes so good. Mm, I don't want to suck on the lemon on camera. I don't want to get too graphic. Mm, but that's so good. Mm, I gotta put that down. I gotta put that down. That was tasting too good. It was feeling too good down my throat. Oh. Forgive me, forgive me. Thank you for the one person that's here. Thank you for the person that's just vibing with me, going with me along this. It was a long day. It was a long weekend, but grateful to make it through. Hopefully things are going good with you. Whoever you may be, wherever you may be at. I got some ginger snaps down here. Excuse me. I got a ginger thing going here. I don't know if anybody ever seen anything like this. This is pretty good. I've had this, usually get it for free, but I don't know if you can see this. Uh, yeah. So what? I'm here. Anyway, it's a nice brand. Whatever. That's neither here nor there. But for the most part, I'm just grateful to have the moments that I have, moments of peace, moments to unwind, just relate and whatnot. This is ginger. This is the only problem with this is it's covered in sugar, some kind of sugary thing or whatever substance, but it's good for your throat. Let me just pop that in there. Yeah, but a lot going on. Graduations, write-ins, baptisms, you know. Also, mm, different parades. It's Pride Month, different people from the LGBT community doing their thing out there. Hopefully everybody is safe or whatever the case may be, regardless where folks may stand with that. Whether you subscribe to that or not. Hopefully folks can be safe and do whatever they do during this month. There's a lot going on. A lot of Spanish heritage as far as Dominican Day parades and Puerto Rican Day parades and a whole bunch of parades this month. I think it's probably some African American Day parade somewhere in there too. I don't know when that comes, but it's all good. Anyway, I appreciate you folks for being here now. I will not matter. Excuse me. I'm chewing. It's not polite to chew and talk, but I am chewing and talking. Anyway, I will try not to make this a long live stream. mm. But that's good. I know folks are, what are you doing? I'm just having a chill chat with you. Just a kickback. So I don't mind whatnot. Looking at the news that's going on. You probably heard about Trump. Right? He's trying to do with North Korea. Well, that's an interesting situation. As it's developing. Stay tuned for that. Then there's issues with the economy, tariffs and stuff being put on our allies. That means I'm chewing. That's rude. But there's a lot of stuff going on in politics. A lot of stuff going on in entertainment. I don't know if anybody's into the whole Pusha T versus Drake beef. We ain't get into that. But You could Google that and see what that's about. A lot of new albums coming out in hip hop. Kanye West came out with his album. I don't know what anybody thinks about the Ye album. It's interesting. I heard it a couple of times. Also along with Pusha T's album Daytona. That was an interesting foray in the good music camp. There's more music to come out as well. Nas has an album coming out produced by Kanye West. That should be good to see. And him and Kid Cudi has a joint product, project, whatever the case may be. For those that are interested in that, people that's not interested in it, I understand. I don't hold it against you. But for the most part, I'm just here right now having a little 15 to 20 minute live stream. That's why the title is 15, maybe 20, depending on how I feel, depending on how it is. 5 minutes have elapsed, so about 6 minutes have elapsed. I won't keep you long. I promise I won't keep you long here. Unless something miraculous happens or some act of God, or I get sucked into the screen and then the Matrix is real or whatever the case may be. But it may be on the 15-minute side. And I just appreciate folks for coming through, whether it's for a minute, for a second, whatever. It keeps saying 0 on my chat. It's one person that thumbs up, and I appreciate the one person with the thumbs up. I know a lot of people come and watch me in the replay. So shout out to the replay gang, gang, replay gang. You know what I'm saying? This is for you at the 6 minute mark. Replay gang, replay gang. I got to work on that. But anyway, shout out to the replay gang that's getting to this part. If you got to this part, the 6 minute mark, leave a comment. Replay gang, replay gang. Anyway, that's enough of that. The replay gang. After the 7 minute mark, I'm gonna stop talking about the replay gang. But this is for you folks that are watching the replay. Catch me on the replay. Catch me on the replay. Anyway, yeah. So saying that I have 0 people in the chat, 1 thumb up, but I still love it. I still appreciate it. I'm still here. I'm thankful for the moments, the minutes, the seconds, the hours that people spend with me, or whatever the case may be. Looking forward to, another week. Looking forward to more. Will I go 20? Depending on who comes into the chat. If more people come into the chat, then who knows? Maybe I'll go 20 minutes, an extra 5. But if it stays like it is, then I'll just do the 15. And it seems like, okay, this is one of those live streams. But this is one of those live streams where, I'm just clocking in, putting my time in and whatnot, in between time, the meantime, in between time, screen time, cheap time, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, mumbling, right? Forgive me. Now it's saying I got one person back in the live stream. Welcome back to the one person. I don't know if you've been watching the whole time, but it's all good. I appreciate you. I appreciate anybody that showed the support. And hopefully, folks are having a good weekend, or folks have had a good weekend. In certain regions of the world, the weekend has already passed, and it is already Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Monday going on Tuesday, whatever the case may be. Then people already, are in Monday. So that's what it is. It's the rat race. It's the grind. It's the, I don't know, climb to the ladder, whatever, the reach for the brass ring, whatever you want to call it. It is what it is. So there's so much going on in the world. The question is, what will you do with the time? What will you make of this coming week that is before us, that is probably already here for most people, and yet to come for some people, even after this live stream, because some people are behind. I think West Coast people are behind. So even after this live stream, when it hits, what you call it, 12, midnight on the Eastern Coast standard time, or whatever the case may be, there's people still trying to catch up. I'm just wishing folks, a good week. Hopefully everybody has a great week, and, is prosperous, and, you just, find yourself in a better position, at the end of the week than you do at the beginning, and that's what I wish for with folks and whatnot, just that, you see yourself going in, the right direction, progressing daily, not to steal anybody else's taglines or whatever, but, one small step. And 420 Dean blazing. This is the longest that I've ever went without anybody commenting in my live stream chat. Thank you. I appreciate you for commenting on the chat. Hello to you, 420 Dean blazing. I'm just wishing folks a good week. Just hoping everybody's prosperous. I mean, of course, things are not always going to be sunshine and rainbows, but you try to find the silver lining to even the darkest of clouds, whatever your situation may be. I know there are people that are going through things, that are facing things. I know there are folks that are struggling with stuff, and, you try to get through. You try not to, letting life knock you down and keep you down. We're gonna have moments where you say, you know what the heck with this, enough of this. I'm through with this. I don't want to deal with this, or whatever the case may be. But if you have life, if you have breath, if you have the ability to do things, it is what it is. I don't know, but I can't relate. Yeah. So yeah, nah, 420 Dean, you know how it goes, man. I mean, people face things. We have stuff. Sometimes people choose not to face things. Stuff happens. We go through stuff. And hopefully, like I said, folks, find solace or peace or moments to laugh. Moments to cry, moments to think. To do whatever it is that you need to do to get yourself in the position where you need to be. Like I said, because things are not always going to go the way that we would like them to. So, that's just pretty much that. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Sometimes getting to the weekend or getting through the weekend, is a challenge and struggle within itself. Because like I said, man, working the weekends, the type of work that I do, it can be very demanding, because we have a lot of stuff going on, especially, in the church and stuff like that where I work, and it can be very demanding. Not to say that's to make it through, almost another work week because I'll be off Tuesday and Wednesday and stuff like that. So just making it through the week. I don't want to lose the one person that I got in the chat. So I'm still here, and I appreciate the one person. Be right back. Okay, 420 Dean Blazing. Thank you for coming through. It said I had two people, said I had one, said I had zero. I appreciate you. Okay, thank you for the second thumbs up. You know, just appreciative of it. And again, for those people that watch this later on, I appreciate you for watching it later on. Hopefully you got something out of this. This is really just me spinning, sending positive vibes out there into the world. Hopefully, whatever you facing that you're able to see, the positivity, the peace in it, the light in it, whether however dark the situation may seem. They say it's always darkest before the dawn. So, whatever darkness you face, whatever negativity or strife you going through, it's always the darkest before you actually about to hit that breakthrough, before you get onto that other side of things, So, you keep pushing, you keep plugging away. Don't give up on yourself. That's what I tell people. It's easy, it's tempting. You look at the situation and it seems bleak and you're in dire straits at the particular moment in time. But if you keep going, if you keep, being willing to, experience those crazy things, those frustrating things, those discouraging things, and look at yourself and modestly self-efface and say, hey, this is my life. And there are times when, we get upset. There's times when we get, mad or emotional or whatever the case may be, just really down about ourselves or on a pity pot, but you can always pick yourself up, if you're willing to keep an open mind and keep moving forward and keep pressing on and keep pushing. I have to plug this phone. Yeah, no, 420. Yeah, appreciate it. I'll be on for just a few more minutes. Why not? If you want me to stay on for the 20 minutes, just let me know. Anybody, let me know in the chat. Whoever's here, just let me know. I'll stay on to the 20. But if 15 is good, then 15 is good. And that's just that. But this is for folks that are watching later on, for people that come in and see it and feel like there's something that they can gain from this or gather from this or whatever the case may be. This is just really about me sending positive vibes out there, and hopefully this meets you well, finds you well. This message, however it comes to you, whenever it comes to you, whether you like what I have to say or not, whether you wish me well or not. I wish you the best. I wish you a situation where you find peace, where you find solace, where you're able to come into your own and realize whatever it is that you have that you need to unlock. It's not so much to even just be encouragement, inspirational, even though this is that. This is just about saying, hey, we go through things, we experience stuff. So why, be fake about it? If you have to feel the emotion, feel the emotion, feel the rage, feel the disappointment, feel the anger. If it's hatred, feel it, but, address it and let it go, move on from it. Try to pivot if you can, not to be stuck, in the muck, in the mire, Yes, crisis diverted, this is just one of those things, so it depends on you, in the moment, you'll find out, who you are when you're faced with adversity, when you're faced with strife, when you're faced with pain, when you're faced with sorrow, when you're faced with fear, when you're faced with, just situations that just look so bleak, so destitute, so desperate, where it seems like there's no hope. It seems like there's nothing on the other side of it. But if you keep going, if you keep pressing, if you keep pushing on, you will find yourself in a way where you can overcome any particular situation, just having hope, having faith, in the right way, some say faith in God, just, to be led in the right path, and it helps. It helps, like I said, not to get too preachy about it or whatever the case may be. But, it is about having a certain faith, a certain confidence to get through whatever negativity or things that may come your way. Like I said, just in a realistic way, no fake positivity or whatever, but at the same time, not holding on to the bad vibes. I try to, look for, ways to get through and survive each day. It's about surviving each day. When you have a date with destiny, it only requires one thing of you, that you survive, at the end of it all, that you survive, you get through, you push through, you get yourself in a way where you say, hey, you know what, situations may not go the way that I planned them to or expected them to, but at the same time, you know, um, I have an opportunity before me. What's going on, Eggman Rocks? Appreciate you for coming through at this juncture or moment or particular point of the live stream. I'd appreciate if you give the thumbs up. That always is appreciated. It's always needed. It's always one of those things. The room is here. It's a chill kickback room. I always have the chill kickback rooms. I guess my live streams are just smooth, like VSOP, almost always. There you go. There you go, Eggman. And I appreciate you for being here. This is just me talking about, sending positive vibes out there, letting folks know that whatever you face or whatever you're going through, you can overcome it. You can push through it. Not to say that it won't come without struggle, because it's like Frederick Douglass said. I'm paraphrasing. Without struggle there is no progress. So, we try to progress through the struggle. We probably try to overcome the obstacles and face it as they present themselves and whatnot, and be grateful and humble to make it to the next day, to really be in a situation where, you know what, hey, things may not be perfect, things may not always be the way that we may want them to be, but you can press on. And it is Cargo 619. Always a pleasure to have you in the chat. Always a pleasure. Yes, life is a struggle, at best, at its best. It is a struggle at times, but at the same time, you can't, you don't have to let situations get you down. Yes, it's always a pleasure to have you, come through, Cargo 619. But I promise you, folks, this will not be a long live stream. This live stream will be over about the 20-minute mark, because I did go on, for about that time. I know, understand, and respect that people have different things that they got going on. So, I don't want to keep you too long. I'm just grateful that you showed up. I'm grateful that you, gave the thumbs up and been here for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5. Yes. Yeah, no, definitely, Cargo. I mean, and hopefully I catch you when you go live again. So I get to see you when you're doing your Disney thing or talking about family stuff and whatnot. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to see any one of you in here. Dean 420, Cargo 619, Eggman Rocks. Anybody else that may watch this in the replay. Replay gang. You know how that goes. But for the most part, I'm sending positive vibes to people out there, saying, look, don't, give up on yourself if you're facing obstacles and things like that. And if things are going good for you, be humble, be grateful, be appreciative. Because not everybody has things always going their way. Some people have to struggle and stress and strain and really get to it. Tomorrow at 4. At 4, what time? 4 Eastern? Is it Eastern Standard? Is it 4 my time? Man, I'm going to be at work at 4 p.m. But if it comes on my notifications, I will try to click on there, Eastern Standard Time. So 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If I'm not busy, if I'm able to hit the phone, I will at least just come through and just say hello, if anything like that. But sending positive vibes out to you folks. Hopefully that you're having a great week, or you will have a great week. That you find yourself in a better position than you started this week off. Just positive vibes to you, love and peace to you. And it's hit the 20-minute walk. I'm responsible for getting in trouble. Well, no. You're not getting me in trouble, 619. It's all good. I'm a boss, but still, you gotta set the example. But at the same time, it's all good. Thank you for being here. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. 20 minutes, as I said. Take care. Um, you already know. All right, Cargo 619, Dean, Eggman Rocks, everybody else that'll see this. Thank you. Appreciate it. Take care.